Hello, good evening, good morning, good day. So we're back with Gintama. I haven't been able to stream for quite a while. I've been quite busy this few days, but yeah, we're back with Kagura transforming back to her normal form after I guess it's not appearing on the screen. There we go. So the culprit mastermind is Yasu. A strange phenomenon has occurred in the Battle of Kana versus Okita. The title is a reference to an influential Famicom era game called The Portopia Serial Murder Incident. You play as a detective with an assistant named Yasu, who turns out to be the murder culprit. The phrase culprit is Yasu became an internet meme. Hmm. Man, I kinda that kind of feels nostalgic. I guess I only got to play one time in a family computer, but I think family yeah, but I think the one that I had was like the Nintendo. What's it called? The that has like a where you put in like a tape. I forgot what it's called. I had that when I was a kid. Kana-chan couldn't be. Is that she looks different here? I think she kinda looked older in the anime. I think she looks closer to Koka when she appeared in. I guess maybe this is just. I guess I think the one that I used on the thumbnail looked different from her here. She looks more mature there, so maybe it's just like I don't know, something way more unbalanced that what unexpected came out. She's fast. And yeah, I think she's gotten stronger as well because of her journey. Because she's been traveling for 2 years. Uh, her arms grew to. Oh, I guess she's gradually. Yeah, I think she's gradually aging. That's why she look young here. This is still her like baby face. And then it's gradually growing. She's gradually changing. Yeah. Yo. Yeah. Here we go. Welcome back. Kana-chan, you're there was never anybody like that to begin with. Who we've got here isn't her kid or a clone of her or whatever. It's the girl herself. Yeah, this looks more like the Kagura we saw from the movie. Yeah, yeah, and she really looks more mature now. I guess she's how old is she? I think she's still 16 though. But she looks a lot closer now to Koka. You are as irritating as ever, yes? Blabbing about where a person was hiding. I hope you are prepared for the consequences. Prepared for what now? I think both of us are the same as ever. And I guess I also kind of like this design with the cloak. But I guess it has some similarities to what. Oh no, it's I guess it's different. It's different from the movie. I guess that's one thing. I guess she has this cloak. Like I kind of wish that she kept it on the movie. I guess we'll see if it's still the same. That I guess even Shinpachi changed back to his old clothes, but she looks way cooler here. It's so nostalgic with the I guess so very It has a similar feeling with the Gintama final movie. Alright, back with Gintaki. How it's going? Mastermind. Did you come here to watch over the action with folded arms like a mastermind does? In that case, that's a pretty low vantage point. Maybe you should wear some tall wooden clogs. Hikusugi-kun. He placed the first kanji in Takasugi's name, Taka, meaning tall, with the kanji for short, Hiku. Oh. Heh. If I were the mastermind, I wouldn't pull such careless move as this one. Even if you are the Shirayasha, doing something to make Takasugi Shinsuke your enemy is simply madness. I don't remember asking you for help. Yes, and I certainly don't plan on answering the screams of some drowning idiot. Hand over what you've got in your pocket. I can't believe it was you who had it all along. What a crafty bastard you are. No wonder how hell-bent they were. As long as you have that on you, they'll never stop chasing you no matter where you go. You intend to keep running until you drop dead. Do you perhaps think that an ordinary human can carry that curse? I told you, didn't I? From this point forward, it's the domain of us ghosts. That is not something you can handle. Shinsuke-sama! Shinsuke-sama! Why don't you tell them the same thing? Don't come with me, just forget me, anything like that. Not like anything like that's gonna stop somebody who's come this far. Or maybe the one with the trickle of lingering affection isn't them, it's you. How far do you honestly think you're gonna get in a state like that? Apa, what are you doing, bastard? When Ginsen puts his second face on to talk, the villain's not allowed to interrupt him. It's an unspoken rule, don't you know? If you won't simply withdraw, I'll simply take the item from your corpse after you drown. Wait, hold on. What is this item now? Is it the smut I borrowed from you when we were kids and never gave back? I'll give it back, no problem. What was it? Erotopia Deluxe Bevin? You like amateur stuff, right? I do not recall either borrowing or lending such things. Oh, really? Maybe you gave it to me to keep it then. You were the rich kid of the group after all. So, I think I lost it. That Famicom game too. Give me back the Portopia Serial Murder. I lent you Portopia. You played Portopia? Erotopia is a pornography. Kasi the last bepping is a porn. Yeah, both from the 80s and 90s that ended in the 2000s. Gintama started in 2003 and still going. You're too late, Gintoki. It would seem that both you and I can no longer retreat or look back. Actually, even if I look back, I don't think I would have any words to say. Shinsuke-sama! Do not let them escape. I remember this. Man, that was a close one. Takasugi, you bastard! You just used a person as a life ring. I can use you for a shield as well. Rest easy. Even if you die, I will not hand the item over to them, and I'll keep it far safer than you are. Safe? You were talking about destroying the world just the other day. There's no way in hell an edgelord like you could keep my Portopia safe. I'm not talking about the Portopia game. Don't get cocky just cause you can swim a little. If you had my power that makes you sink like a hammer, you'd have no excuse for sinking to the bottom of the riverbed. What kind of boast is that? And anyhow, if you had just handed the thing over sooner, that none of this would have happened. I got water up my nose. That's it. You're dead. I should be the one saying that. Hand that thing over already. Shinsuke-sama. He's still riding Takasugi. Man. His face. A miraculous combination play. But it's kind of cool seeing. I think this is the only time that we've seen um Gintoki and Takasugi like playing like their banter. Because usually we've seen before is that they're Takasugi trying to kill Gintoki. It's more like grief rather than just a banter. And we've kind of seen that when they were younger, but I don't think we've ever seen that them I guess in the present time. So it's nice that we finally got to have this Takasugi and Gintoki dynamic, and it's very very similar with Hijikata, with his dynamic with Hijikata, like a brotherly dynamic, rival kinda. Kaya Tagarasu symbol. Naraku. That organization is supposed to have been completely wiped out 2 years ago. So why? Group 3 led the citizens to safety. Group 1 and 2 get to the scene as fast as you can. Hurry. Vice Chief Yamazaki. What's the situation? So the damage to the city is pretty bad. But it looks like the populace quickly noticed something strange was going on and then took over. Are you trying to be the bigger cause of the change? The only ones down are what appear to be Naraku that disguise themselves as regular citizens. From what I heard from some eyewitnesses, they think that it's the work of two Ronin that still engage in battle. Two Ronin. Yeah, no doubt about it. It's them. Heh, looks like both of us have lost our edge. Normally, the one who has your back on a battlefield is the comrade you place the most trust in. I can't believe after traveling all over the place for so long, now the only one standing here is this dangerous guy I trust less than anybody else in the world. Rest easy, Gintoki. I'm always ready to look over my shoulder. That's the kind of enemy we're up against. Or a bastard that's been acting on his own up until now. Wouldn't be getting somebody else roped into things. I wouldn't mind if you took advantage of the situation. I mean to kill me. It's because of our enemies that push through doing whatever they want. That both you and I are standing here, isn't it? But it looks like it's about time. I scattered the corpses of the Naraku all over the city to keep everyone away from the area so they don't interfere. But it looks like some annoying dogs have come sniffing around. It's them. Look out at the sea. There's a ship ready to go there. If you can make it there, you'll shake off both the enemy and the dogs. If you're going to come with us, then get moving. Though by different means, it seems both you and I are attempting to do the same thing. So you'd better make use of everything at your disposal. Or as you can see, you won't be able to keep protecting this. Of course. That's if you that's if you can swim that far. Takasugi, you bastard. Sheesh. I know this always happens, but Okita-san really can be a handful. Half the weapons we went through so much to get have been completely wrecked. Well, even if we don't have any weapons at all, as long as we have Okita-san and that girl, we should be fine. Yeah, but is that girl even gonna work with us at all? Kagura-chan, would it be better if I called you Kana-chan? I don't mind calling you either one. Just having you back here on Earth. Well, if it's Kana-chan there, you're not really coming back, are you? You are the same as always, yes, Shinpachi, always worrying about silly things. You honestly have always been such a... I was an idiot. You do not need to call me Kana or anything like that anymore. Granny Kagura is fine. So you're not Kagura-chan or Kana-chan. Kagura-chan. What the hell is going on with you doing stuff like turning into little kids and old ladies? I just used a bit too much like Michuko-san. I'm going to lay down for a spell. Who the heck is Michuko-san? What in the world happened to you over the past 2 years, Garani Kagura? Well, now let's see. There's quite a bit I must go through. Oh, where to begin? I believe it was 30 years ago when it all started. You haven't been alive for that long, Granny Kagura. Back then, I was the perkiest girl you ever laid your eyes on. I was so popular on Earth, in fact, that I've gotten fed up and fled the planet. Fled the planet. Please don't start making up memories, Granny Kagura. It was around that time I believe that my beloved dog Rogers turned into a pebble. So I went on a journey in order to change him back. Please don't forget your beloved's dog name, at least, Granny Kagura. But I had quite a difficult time finding a way to turn Bolognese back. Can't you at least keep the dog's name consistent, Granny Kagura? But after moving around to a whole bunch of planets, my body started to yell out in protest. Every time I changed planets, I had to adapt my body to harsh environments that would suddenly change all the time. And then one day, it appeared in front of me. Zzz. Huh? What appeared? Who's that? What are they saying? Zzz. And you can't talk either anymore, Kagura-chan. Wait, is that some other language? Zzz. Hey, you old bat, what the hell is that coming out of your nose? Mind if I pop it? If I pop it, will we get on with this story? Or will it end? And so my body ended. All the important parts were just having to adapt to all the kinds of environments during my harsh journey. I learned how to freely transform my body. Well, you sure can't adapt to this one. Well, oh yeah, I remember now. It was a technique an enemy I had fought previously could use. But never did I think that man would be the one to teach it to me. And yet all my efforts went to waste. I abandoned the Earth for 2 years to wander the universe, and in the end, I could not change anything. So, I did not know how to face you. After talking so big back when I left Earth, splitting up the Yorozuya, and then not being able to do anything. I remember just ending up breaking a whole bunch of stuff. I did not know what face I could make for the people back on Earth. If I said I was coming back to them, if you know, please tell me. And this looks so messed up. Well, definitely not that one. That's for sure. Baron Asap. That bit of rest got me most the way back to normal. Your face kinda looks like Baron Asura now. Baron Asura is a character from Mazinger Z with a half masculine, half feminine face. That is because I am 16, the awkward age where you are half child and half an adult. There's no 16-year-old in the universe that looks like what the hell kind of body are you constructing? Jeez, well, even after listening to all that, I can say I really understand. But I fully get why you lied. Kagura-chan, you have nothing to be anxious about. We know you left because you had to save Sadaharu. You carried our feelings with you when you went to save Sadaharu, right? It's thanks to that we're able to stay in Edo and put all our efforts into the reconstruction. The Yorozuya didn't disband because of you. Probably, even if you hadn't gone, that person would have disappeared. Then boss may have known that guy is still alive. Sir, are you okay? Sorry for making you all wait so long. No, for the hero Takasugi, Shinsuke's help. That's nothing. Should have shove off at full speed. No, wait. Heh. Of course he's not coming. This may be my farewell to this world. Takechi, Tamako. I'm sorry. Give it back. How did you get all the way here? Ain't it obvious? If I can't swim, then of course I'd have to walk. Cuckoo. Looks like this one is walking a path more laden with courage. Man, he's still going with the with the One Piece trope that he can't swim. I guess he never. No, he did swim. They had the beach episode. Before. Yeah, I think it's just for the jokes of it, with the reference of with One Piece. Actually, if we're going to walk around with something as dangerous as this, I suppose that much resolve is a requirement. I ask once again, where did you get that thing? I was looking for something else originally. I wandered the country non-stop for 2 years without finding it. That's because it was something I wasn't sure even existed in the first place. Even though I had no basis for thinking it, I believed it was out there somewhere. So then I had to get my hands on it before anybody else did. This was an extra thing I found in the process of looking for that. The old sweets shop in Chichi's famous product. Sweet bean jam wrap mochi. The shop just happened to be pretty empty, so I was able to get some. So you guys also wanted them that badly. Not that. What are you doing, you bastard? You know you're supposed to take your time eating those things. Ah, they're even tasty when I eat them with my eyes. You bastard, what the hell did you get me to pick it off of you? You mean you guys didn't want to eat this? Then how about this Kyoto famous? Not that either. Yatsuhashi is a famous regional sweet from Kyoto. How can you know that when you haven't even seen him yet, you moron? You seriously think I would have trailed you just to get some place's famous product? Hey, if after I'd said famous, I said Yoshioka Riho wrapped it in Yatsuhashi, what would you have done? Would you eat her? Eat her? Yatsuhashi? Yeah, I hope you get that there and die. You got your hands on it a long time ago, didn't you? The real thing you've been searching for. You knew it had to be somewhere, and you knew it was still alive. Utsuro's Yoshida Shoyu's heart. $6.79. Gintoki walks a steep path, but what is his goal? You're going to investigate all of the dragon holes. What in the world for? Do you know how difficult such a task would be? Dragon veins are torrential streams of the planet's energy split off inside the earth like branching rivers and run all over the world. Dragon holes are spiritual locations where these dragon veins spout out from the surface. Not only do they come in all different sizes, but there's a countless number of them all over the planet. Even as the shrine maidens of the core, you cannot grasp them all. If you were to investigate everyone without exception, even if you spent your whole life, you wouldn't have enough time to accomplish such an enormous task. If you're still choosing to do it despite all that, just what reason do you have? Yeah, I've already made up my mind. No matter how many years it takes, no matter how many decades it takes, I'm hell-bent on finding that person. No dragon holes ventured, no master's gain. Decide is a warping of a Japanese idiom equivalent to nothing ventured, nothing gained. Literally, one may not catch a tiger cub without entering a tiger's lair. So after spending 2 years walking from Dragon Hole to Dragon Node, what you ended up finding was it. Alive? What do you mean by that, Okita-san? By that guy, you don't mean Utsuro, Yoshida Shoyo. No, actually right now, it's neither one. He might take an entirely different form, but that guy is probably still alive. Utsuro's Yoshida Shoyo's heart. How long has it been since you confirmed that he still wasn't dead? I knew that from the beginning. Back then, he threw himself into the vortex of the dragon vein. His body was devoured by the Altana and it appeared to vanish, but he's a being that was originally born from Altana. So that wasn't much different from throwing a drop of water back into the ocean. In other words, it didn't seem too far-fetched for him to be reborn again somewhere in the ocean. But the biggest factor was what I heard back then. Humans, it will not end here. You made a choice, endless war. Life colored with suffering and sadness. There's no longer anyone that can end that. There's no longer anyone that can save your master. He tried to end the world with himself. We succeeded in preventing that. but that was the same as restoring the endless cursed cycle of rebirth of Utsuro, of Yoshida Shoyo. I'm looking forward to it to you someday, coming to rid the world of the monster that is me. We were able to save the world, but we couldn't manage to save one master. So, I became alone again, not as a Yorozuya, and not to save the world, but as a single disciple as Shoka Shunjuku's Sakata Gintoki, because I had found something I had to do. We've enshrined that dragon hole for generations. Ryujin-sama dwells inside it and protects his land. Ryujin Dragon is later to see in Japanese. As a result, we have witnessed many strange phenomena since long ago. We have recognized those events as the divine grace of Ryujin-sama, though there was one event that bears mentioning. When we first caught sight of it, we thought it was the carcass of an animal that had drifted there, but we soon realized we were wrong. It did not resemble any animal. It was a mass of meat that did not even look like a living thing, but it was alive. Before long, within a few days, it had changed form and began to take shape. But well, even we aren't quite sure how to say this. Honestly, it's quite difficult to believe. Is this a human? Gramps, this is, yes, I know. I believe that this is beyond what we are capable of handling. So if this is what you are looking for. Yeah, man, this scene was so messed up at the same time. Yeah. It's like a struggle between I guess it's Gintoki is scared, and at the same time I guess he's still thinking about. I don't see Gintoki as a person who would kill something or someone that is innocent. So that's why it's definitely not him, not in his personality to do it. Even if it meant that eventually this kid might become a threat to the world again. Whether he was going to become Utsuro Shoyo or whatever else, I could not put an end to him. I'm not sure if he could tell how I felt or not. That thing grew in the blink of an eye, but not only did he not talk, he never expressed any sort of will. He just stayed quiet and followed me, no matter where I went. Jeez. You can't even ask somebody to lend you a hand. Actually, maybe I'm the one acting weird here. I feel like I'm racing a final boss. You got to use your sword to become stronger than me. Shoyo, is this how it felt for you? Oh man, the parallel. That's so cool. Yeah. No, I don't think so. Compared to when you were little, I think I'm a much more well-behaved, more charming child than that's far less of a handful. You were a more mischievous, difficult child than most. But after that, people were constantly relying on you, and you underwent more hardship than most, I'd say. And if you all agree to it, I'd like to ask one. Man, I get chills just seeing the scene again. One last favor. Oh man, that's fine. Will you lend me a hand, Gintoki? Oh. He's such a, I guess, a warm kind of person. I guess just that smile. That's why I guess it's very different to what Utsuro is. But man, that personality, that smile alone is, you definitely understand why I guess the four of them care so much for Utsuro, because yeah, he's definitely the kind of person that I guess they kind of like their father figure. So he was thought to have met his end, but Utsuro was swallowed by Daltana. It's 680. Should let me change it. But he is a being originally born from the Altana, so he dissolved into the Altana. And then 2 years later, he manifested out a different dragon hole. His body reformed, and he was revived. But what dwelled within that body was not who it was before. It wasn't Utsuro. When all that happened, the one in that body was probably. If you agree to it, I'd like to ask one last favor. Will you lend me a hand, Kintaki? Sure. Yo. Are you Shoyo? Shoyo. Hearing that name sure takes me back. In this long endless life of mine, I was called by so many names, as many lives as I lived. I was both all of them and none of them, a nameless being that still doesn't know what it will become. But among all those old names, I'm a being that only remembers that one. And the one that reminded me of that name would seem to be you, Gintoki. So while I have the chance, there's something I want to tell you. While I'm still me, there's something I want to entrust to you. Gintoki, My, it would seem quite a hindrance has appeared. As I thought, it seems the seeds have already sprouted. Take back our master. Sorry, but I will not give him back to you. I won't let it repeat anymore. Damn. It looks more graphic here than in the anime. This is the current me's heart. Without this, not only will I not be immortal, I won't even be able to maintain my body. Utsuro, we cannot be left in this world. I'm entrusting it to you. The end and the future. Oh man, I remember this shot. I'm sorry for being a burden to the very end, but I'm glad I got to see you again. Utsuro lost his body in a battle 2 years ago. Ayoshiro is a Shinto term for an object that has spirit. But the mass of Altana remaining in his body fused with the dragon veins, Altana formed a crystal. With that Ayorishiro, his body was restored. In other words, as long as we take his heart, Utsuro won't be revived again. For these past 2 years, I've been wandering not for the Yorozuya, not to save the world. It looks like the remnants of Naraku have been maneuvering in secret in order to revive Utsuro. But that personality inside Utsuro gouged out his own heart and entrusted it to me in order to prevent that. But to save him. But in the end, I just ended up getting saved by him again. Just what exactly is the saving you're talking about? Do you mean doing as Sensei asked to end him along with Utsuro so the world will not be destroyed? In that case, why do you take such care carrying that thing to the point where you're constantly being chased? Is there a way to destroy it? Is there a way to dispose of it somewhere that no one else will ever reach? There should be other options. Or is just wandering around your decision? Then why not simply return the heart to Utsuro? Takasugi, you asshole. If you can see Sensei again, that doesn't sound too bad, right? Though it will be a bit of a gamble whether Utsuro or Sensei shows up. You don't take that so seriously. I have no intention nor the need to make such a gamble. Huh? What do you mean? There's no reviving to be had. Because his body is still alive. After you took that heart, Utsuro's body was recovered by Naraku. They've already found a way to maintain Utsuro's body without that thing. He'll be in a state of suspended animation, but that's actually more convenient for them. Convenient? The hell is that supposed to mean? Aren't they trying to take Utsuro's heart back from me so they can revive Utsuro? No, they're not. I don't know about Naraku, but at least the ones manipulating them. The ones manipulating Naraku. Hey, by that you mean Takasugi, you. Why did you make your body like that? Where were you? What did you see and what did you learn there? Gintoki, Utsuro is someone that saw humans continue to repeat the same mistakes over and over again for thousands of years and got so sick of it that he tried to bring about the end of the world. If we stop him, will the world be saved? It's just as he said, the world repeats its mistakes. We stop Utsuro, so stopping those mistakes is our duty as well, right? I'm going to take Utsuro, take Sensei back from them. The answer he reached in this rotten world is 681. Sorry. It looks like I'm not going to be able to return your bones to the grounds of Shoka Shonjuku. But before I die, there's one more thing I need to do. I can't let it end like this. Oh yeah, I remember now. I thought that he ate the Tendosho, but yeah, I remember now that he uses Oboru's I think his ashes. Man. Man, this looks more I don't know, terrifying here. That's there. There's still one with such eyes that would look at us, Tendosho. But most likely, we will not be able to answer your desires. As we are now, we have no power. Not only is there no value in killing us, we do not even have a way to die. So what? I don't care in the least about what you bastard have ended up as. My left eye knows. It knows what you did and what I must do. I haven't changed, and if you don't know how to die, then allow me to teach you. When I die, I'm taking all of you with me. Quite a cruel thing to say. They are no more than pawns. Yeah. The one that dragged you disciples into such a fate was mean, is it not? Was it not? If you want to kill someone, then go ahead and kill me, but along with that blood, elements of me are already being scattered all over this country. With you dying so soon, will you be able to nip every bud? This is the path you all chose. The suffering will not end. The sadness will not end. You humans made another mistake. Do you still not understand? Your enemy is no longer me. Yeah, it is you humans. Does this planet have a custom of not visiting graves after nightfall? It's not a strictly decided one, but since time immemorial, come nightfall, we are told to take them out. Take what out? Well, I see. Perfect. Then including that man, why don't we exchange some old stories? My friends from Earth. It's been 2 years since then. You did well to create this out of that mountain of rubble. I am endlessly surprised by the strength of you Earthlings. No, we would have been helpless alone. Shijaku, if it were not for your help, the Edo of today would never have materialized. We cannot thank you enough for taking responsibility for cleaning up after the war in Ancient's place. If we hadn't made clear where responsibility for the war laid and called on foreign countries to send separate reparations and aid to our planet, this country would have undoubtedly have fallen. We call it cooperation. It pains me to disagree. But what we did was nothing short of atonement. As the ones that started that war, as the ones that could not stop those mistakes. We spent these past 2 years thinking of nothing but finding what was in our power to repair. We will not repeat that mistake again. It is for that end that we have poured all we have into these 2 years. But my Earth friend, Somewhere among that huge mistake, we may have already overlooked them. The seeds of a mistake that connect today. It happened again, yes. On both planets Horai and Tenkai, there have been large-scale acts of terrorism targeting the gates. And without exception, a large amount of Altana was stolen from the planets. This makes 13 countries in total. We still haven't the slightest idea how they did it, or what the organization is that is carrying out these acts of terrorism spanning across multiple planets. The people of those planets that committed the crimes had no connection to each other at all. They just suddenly formed a cabal one day, carried out the terrorism, and committed suicide. Or that's what we thought. But while searching for their true identity and for the missing Altana, we found something. Would that be this? Katsura is that if you know your history, you should know. In times of war, disaster, fire, famine, and chaos in the world, the thing humans always depend on is religion. But religion misleads people as well. Tengenism, all of the ones that carried out those acts of terror were followers of that religion. I'd heard the original organization was a religion of remote planets that worships the power of planets, Altana. But spanning many planets, it's absorbed several other religions and transformed it into something completely different, though that's not important right now. What's important is that idol they worship. That thing that appears to be a bird clad in flames. It is known as a divine beast, which oddly enough holds the same meaning in our country. Phoenix, in other words, it means undying. Shijaku, the reason these Tengenists that are committing these acts of terror all over and gathering Altan is because what they worship is Utsuro, isn't it? So you already put together that much, but then, as I'm sure you're aware, yes, Tengenism is spreading to Edo as well. The recent propagation of Tengenism has been so explosive is all that the war that's occurred, all of the universe-scale battles that have happened over the past few years due to Utsuro took people from many. They want to take back their lost families and friends and loved ones. There's someone that can make those hopes come true. They'll embrace whomever that may be. What drew them in was a belief in immortality, the being called Utsuro. The impetus for it was that event 2 years ago. The incident where part of the Liberation Army rebelled under the veil of secrecy and walked off with the captured Tendoshu, the immortal blood of Utsuro. That power cannot be allowed to continue to exist. That blood is something that humans can handle. Do they intend for it to repeat again? Do they intend to make Sensei keep suffering? Am I not able to save Sensei again? Move. Please just give me a little time. I can't drop dead just yet. Yeah. It's all or nothing. Lend me your strength, senior disciple. For our master. Man, that's pretty smart of I guess for Takasugi. Last minute he was able to think of that. And it's kind of poetic as well, because yeah, it's what Oboro has been trying to do for Shoyo, is that always give way, protect Shoyo in some way, and help Shoyo. And yeah, and now he's passed. I guess it's like his will is being passed on over to Takasugi. Yeah. Lend me your strength, senior disciple. It won't repeat anymore. I won't let it repeat anymore. Just a little. I just need a little bit power. Give me power. And yeah, I think from this point it's obvious that Takasugi is yeah, he's definitely going to die. And it's like it's a slow, painful realization. I guess a fact that they've already introduced even after the end of the the war against the Liberation Army, and with Utsuro, that he's pretty much dead. And yeah, doing this is just like a short-term extension of that life. Whether or not Oboro's remains still had the power of immortality left in them, or what effect that would have on my body. The Tendoshu and the group of soldiers that sought that blood were no longer there. But I felt no impatience nor hesitation. My senior disciple Oboro, senseless blood, had allowed me to stand up there once again. I knew what that was. That was what it had meant. Takasugi, that body of yours, has Oboro's. As you can see, this body is a far cry from anything you could call immortal. Oboro undeniably received immortal blood from Sensei, but that was only just enough to keep him alive when he was on the verge of death. The truth of the matter is, every time one crosses over the line of death, their blood lost power, and in the end, he was all dried out and that body rotted away. I took in not his blood, but his bones. But the fact that was enough to save my life was nothing short of a miracle. That was the kind of disgraceful act it was. I did nothing but temporarily postpone death. This body already cannot regenerate and is starting to weaken and rot away. I don't have all that much time left, but thanks to that time, I can be just a bit honest in doing what I really want to do. The ones that took the Tendoshus, took Utsuro's blood, were nothing more than ordinary people. A group of people who lost everything in the war and lost all hope, who sought out Utsuro's blood in hopes of finding immortality. With that blood, they may be able to get back the things they lost. If they can manipulate life at their will, then maybe they can do everything over. Such delusions have driven these people to mania. They're now close to once again repeating mistakes that have been repeated for a long time. In order to stop them, I've been chasing them for these past 2 years. Chasing Utsuro's blood has been scattered all over the world in order to root out every last element of Utsuro. But the seeds have already started to bud. They have begun to learn how to manipulate the blood. The bodies of the remnants of the Tendoshu were once destroyed by Utsuro's blood, but they found a way to control it along with restoring their bodies. They have used that blood as bait to take over Tengenism in order to rapidly expand their power. They say that if you believe them and do what they say, they will grant you immortality. At this point, immortality is no longer something that belongs only to mutants. That forbidden door is not in a place that anyone can reach, and the last key for opening that door is the resurrected Utsuro, is it? By getting their hands on Utsuro, they intend to use his body to find a means of creating perfect immortality. And that heart you have is the cornerstone of that research. In order to establish perfect immortality, they require the perfect test subject. These past 2 years, you and I have been acting towards the same goal in different locations. What does saving Sensei mean? Making that wish come true? Ending that existence? We worried and hesitated. And in the end, couldn't change anything. But that's the end of it. That's far more than enough. Sensei and you have already suffered plenty. Ah, man, this still hurts, man, looking back. If you want to save him, go ahead and do it. As we are now, we can do it. The things we could not save back then, let's now go save it. From then, how many you think chills? From that cursed fate, let's rescue Sensei. This time. Whether it's Utsuro or it's Sensei, we'll decide what to do next once we get there. What's most important is that neither me nor you have any time for hesitation. Where is it? Shoyu's body. Where is it now? Where is this boat headed? Edo. Their next terrorism target is Edo. What was that? There was an explosion in the direction of the cemetery entrance. Shijaku-ran. Katsura, do you think this could be? Well, I'm being targeted by quite a number of groups right now, so we can't say for sure. But there's a possibility it's the Tengenis. The reason they've been committing acts of terror to gather Altana from from on all of these different planets is because they need a vast amount of Altana to establish their technology for immortality. It wouldn't be surprising to me if they eventually set their sights on Earth. And above all, now that they have Utsuro's body, they sure to want Earth's Altana. But I've never thought I would be the first on their list. Katsura, you were able to investigate that much. The reason I gained the lofty position of Prime Minister was in part so I could rebuild a collapsed country and lay the foundations for a new one. But it was also to get a grip on the key members of the government and to spread a net out of the edges of this country so I could learn of and prepare for any actions involving Utsuro. I have my own way of holding on to my ideals. But maybe this is as far as the method will work. Shijaku, you should run in a different direction. If you get away from me, you may be able to escape the pursuers. And if I don't come back, I'm counting on you and Princess Soyo to take care of the new government. This country is still one that can't stand on its own without foreign countries propping it up. So please support her and the others for me. Katsura. Wait, Katsura. Do not worry, Nobunobu. Having a prime minister's grave next to Shogun's grave doesn't sound too bad. But if it's next to the grave of a country, I doubt we'd sleep soundly. When I die, the country dies as well. Did you think I could succeed you Shoguns without having that much resolve? Watching on from heaven, the power of this country and its prime minister. Let's go, Tengen. Katsura! Wait, who is that? we had the enemy pinned all wrong. And what's more, most of them are heading my way. Is this how you do things? Pat-san, what are you planning to do? He said Utsuro is alive. They need Ginchan's help. So they want us to lend them a hand. But even if we have no idea where Ginchan is, we won't have to do much of anything on that front. If Utsuro is alive, then I'm sure Ginchan has been on the move to deal with it for some time now. No, actually, that's probably why he left Edo in the first place. To defeat Utsuro again, I don't know, but Ginsan may not have known either. That's why he went alone. Because if he tried to save the person that once nearly destroyed the world, he might turn the whole world into his enemy. If it were me, what would I do? If someone important to me made the whole world their enemy, could I still fight to protect the world? Could make the world my enemy and keep believing? I don't know, but there's one thing I'm sure of. I'd still want to see them. Edo, yes, that is the destination of that ship which Shinsuke Dono was making use of. Narako most likely disappeared chasing after it. We must hurry as well. What are they gonna do if we catch up to them? Senpai, all this time I've intended to chase after Shinsuke-sama, no matter what it is he's trying to do. But seeing Shinsuke-sama face like that, I feel like I don't know what I should do anymore. Looks like the escort task went off without a hitch. Guess it's time we headed back. Still, those two are apparently being chased by both the government and a group of weirdos. You don't think we might have made ourselves accomplices to some kind of wrongdoings, do you, boss? Takasugi Shinsuke. While he was known as a hero a long time ago, he caused a lot of trouble in the world for a period. When he approached me, I was honestly unsure, but seeing those straightforward eyes of his, I felt like I wouldn't mind much even if I was being tricked. But most of all, when I saw the faces of those two, I stopped caring at all about that. They had the faces of two ordinary no-good brats. They didn't seem like heroes or anything like that, just a couple of no-good brats going to play some tricks on some folks. It was my first time seeing Shinsuke-sama making a face like that. When I saw that, I kind of felt like it would be wrong to interfere. Or maybe I just wanted to watch him like that a little bit longer. Man. You know how they say a kid will grow up whether his parents are around or not. To be honest, I didn't expect this place to have gotten this fixed up while I wasn't around. How long has it been since you've shown your face in this town? You're the shitty brat that abandoned his parents and ran away from home, right? Yep. If I decided to pop my head back in after so long and came back home with a crazy hoodlum with me, I'm sure those parents would cry. I don't think I've ever even gotten the right to call I'm home. But looks like, well, we'll be imposing for a bit. So even after taking a strange appearance, a master is still a master, is it? I suppose you did not obtain the heart. I wonder when your master will be revived. When in the war you accepted Utsuro's blood that you were unable to protect your master and suffered utter defeat. It seems that blood had already run dry, Hitsugi, before all four of your limbs rot and fall off. What do you say we take back Utsuro, your master? It's certainly true that we Tendoshi were once destroyed by Utsuro, but we were also revived by Utsuro's blood. Now that power is our hope, it is not time to be bound by trivialities of the past. In order to grant the universe's most deeply held wish, immortality, we need a complete Utsuro's body. If we fully establish those techniques, we will be able to save many people as well. Of course, that includes Utsuro himself, and therefore you must make haste, and therefore defeat will not be forgiven. What a useless lot. They are a bunch of death dodging idiots after all. Have I made myself clear? You are entrusted with obtaining Utsuro's heart. That is nothing but insurance. If you are not able to obtain Utsuro's heart, then we will just need to create it. It seems that the revived Utsuro's heart is made of crystal. If we can harvest a vast amount of Altana from the earth, it may be possible to create one artificially. We needed to find a way that crystal, Utsuro's heart, to attach that crystal, Utsuro's heart to a body. But as we are now, we have the techniques from having used our own bodies as experimental material. And most of all, we have Utsuro's body. Until it becomes nothing but scraps of meat, we'll chop it apart and lay bare all of its secrets. With those techniques and the vast store of Altana we plundered, we will be free to create immortality. Utsuro, everything you took from us, Tendoshu, we will take back with our own hands. So, where in Edo is the enemy? All over. Tengenism has already started to spread its roots into Edo as well. Neighbors that greeted each other cordially only yesterday now suddenly bared their fangs at each other and become violent. That is why other planets could not stop their terrorism either. It wouldn't be entirely surprising if one of these ordinary citizens tried to take the heart you're carrying and stabbing you in the back at any moment. I feel like there's a higher chance the guy standing next to me is gonna betray and stab me. So basically, we don't know a thing besides that they're going after Edo next. If I were going to kill you, I'd stab you with a more straight ahead approach. But forget straight ahead, those people don't even show their backs. They're expanding their believers all over the universe and committing acts of terrorism across different planets. And it's not known where the control of center of it all is. But that's to be expected, as the head of temple of Tengenism doesn't exist on any planet. Moving Temple Kuyo, the giant ship that wanders the sky, is their head temple. They look down on the earth from distant heavens which no one can reach, pretending to be gods. It cannot be sensed with the naked eye, nor with radar, but Kuyo is unmistakably in the skies of Earth. We're going to put a stop to their terrorism and drag those wannabe gods down to Earth. Utsuro's body, Sensei, is there. How do we stop them? Who do you think I am? I am the joy patriot that's rampaged across this country more than anyone ever has. It's perfectly clear to me what some small fry terrorists are thinking right now. Sounds reassuring. I've got the kind of huge idiot with me that makes regular idiots quake in their booths. There's something I need to do before they get moving, so make sure to settle any of your own business in the meantime. Huh? We're back for the first time in 2 years. Isn't there anyone whose face you'd like to see? Are you a moron? How am I supposed to face any of them? Tell them I came back so I could save the monster we all nearly died trying to defeat? You had to be as thick as jumps if you think that'd go over well. So you think if you met them, your resolve would be shaken? Well, do whatever you want. That man, the man that once tried to destroy Edo, and the man that tried to protect Edo from that man have both arrived in Edo together. There's no room for doubt. The Yorozuya boss has fallen into darkness. According to my data, when this kind of plot development happens near the final chapter, the protagonist that protected humanity up till that point starts despairing about humanity's foolishness and everything is brought to naught. The devil man, pal. You must ready Satan's army for war soon, or the angel army will come as well. At this rate, we're heading for a hopeless ending. Zaki, I'm not listening to your crazy delusions. You'd better knock it off or I'm gonna fall into despair over my subordinate's foolishness and all your pay will be brought to naught. Foolish subordinate? And who is it thanks to that we were able to tail them all the way here? I remember that. Yeah, you said you were capable of. Okay. Man, I miss this, guys. And so I got on your back and we started following the ship. But then you suddenly poor Hijika. But then you suddenly ran out of gas. So you fell into the sea. At which point you just grab onto the ship. The reason I saw my life flashing before my eyes no fewer than 5 times is all thanks to you. I wonder I wonder how long Hijikata and Yamazaki was back there. Well, that was an issue with not being able to refuel due to my Anpan going all mushy underwater. Why does a Robocup have Anpan for fuel? What's more, it wasn't fine grade bean paste in them. It was coarse grained bean paste. You can't get any power from those things, Tony. Who the hell is Tony? Your mechanical specs are a total mismatch with your mental specs. I know you're tired from the long journey, but don't take your eyes off them. Let's let them roam free for now and pay close attention to their movements. Huh? If you're careless, then the demon army and Satan's army are going to. There's no Armageddon happening right now. Then you believe in the boss Hijikata-san? Not exactly. First, we just need to know what his goal is, and then what if the boss tries to do something bad? We cut him down. That's the duty of the Shinsengumi he saved, isn't it? Hijikata-san, the Shinsengumi doesn't exist anymore. I still don't take your eyes off them. They're on the move. They're going in separate directions. Let's split up and follow them. Yeah, remember, understood. Then I'll take Takasugi and I'll follow the boss. Hijikata-san, please go waste some Anpan. Sure, some coarse-grained ones. Yeah, right. Why the hell did you split into two and why am I the gopher? I'm sorry, I'll work hard for your part too. So you please work hard to get a Anpan. You go work hard, you Anpan addict. If you trail somebody looking like that, not only will you get noticed, you'll end up becoming an urban legend. Can't you blend in with the crowd a bit more? Ah, sorry, I forgot I have a tailing mode. When moving in this mode, the surface of my body takes information from surrounding to construct a camouflage, allowing me to blend in with my surroundings automatically. This will be just a short break. I'll just go to the toilet. Okay. Where would Thank you. When moving in this mode, the surface of my body takes in information from my surroundings to construct a camouflage, allowing me to blend in with my surroundings automatically. This will be perfect. Okay, I'll go by the I go, I go by the other one. Hijikata, you go by the one over there. Got it, the ones with sprinkled with those sesame seed looking things, right? As blending in with Hijikata-san, I'm gonna do. You just want us to split up to go by Anpan, you moron. It's just when you think of Hijikata-san, you think of the person on Anpan duty. We may need to disguise that too. Did my ancestors do something to Anpan? Did they only eat that bean and jam and throw the bread away or something? Enough already. It's fine. Just go like that. Just try to act natural as Hijikata-san. Go after the Yorozuya and don't do anything dumb. Just act like a natural Hijikata-san. Understood? A natural Hijikata-san, right? I got your freaking Anpan. I got the Anpan, so please stop. Please stop, natural Hijikata-san. Put some clothes on. Let's borrow something from that clothing shop and... There. Hey, Granny. This bathing suit mannequin. These are boxers. And I can see the penis on this one. Oh, that's the recent fashion trend. The theme of this year is all about letting loose, you see. For real. Say, when did I decorate these mannequins as well? Nah, forget it. Even if I did meet somebody, I doubt something like sunglasses would hide anything. Granny, I'm gonna buy this underwear, so would you mind doing me a favor? Oh, a bathing suit sale. Wow, whoa, so cool. Maybe I'll buy this for Shinchan as well. Oh. Atai has the death flag hairstyle. But she really, I guess she looks more like a motherly figure with this. I'm still kinda salty about I guess Sorachi baiting with Kondo and her. Man. What a nice bathing suit. Maybe I'll buy one for Shinchan. You've got quite the eye for quality, little lady. And with the sale we have going on for the summer, it's mighty affordable. Just keep in mind these are all the latest fashions that are one step ahead of all the current trends. Really, I certainly see a lot of new designs. Like this kind of look like underpants, and this seems to have something jutting out of it. This is hentai. Hentai kame. The trick to dieting is to not always train yourself. Sometimes I'm looking forward to Tsukuyo. I think if I remember correctly, Tsukuyo also had a hair change. It's not so much the bathing suit, more like the style that's being sold here. Wouldn't you say? I'll bet nobody would leave you alone if you showed up on the beach with the style like this. Yes, I think the police wouldn't leave you alone. The police can't move an inch. Why'd you become a mannequin too? Hijikata-san. That's Shinpachi-kun's older sister. Mob cop Yamazaki camouflaging as Hijikata. It looks like the Yorozuya boss doesn't want Big Sis to notice him. I don't know, but I'd assume it's because there's something he wants to do without her, knowing he came back to Edo. No, I mean, why is making himself stand out so much? Now that's someone even I don't want to know. How'd we get all cozied up as mannequins? With somebody we were tailing and end up put on display by the shop manager. We've got to tail Takasugi too. But right now we can't move an inch. If we're not careful here, he'll get away. Ah, yeah. You're doing it too? What, you've got to be kidding. What is that guy doing? Has he been doing stuff like that this whole time with a smug look in his face to keep throwing us off, tailing him? What the hell have we been dealing with this whole time? Looks like hanging around with the Yorozeo boss for so long made the stupidity rub off on him. Hey, he's keeping his head tilted towards the ground. He's for sure got a bright red face right now. Hijikata-san, to put it briefly, I don't think we're in a position to criticize, so maybe you should stop. Those look easy to swim in, they might too. Mind if I take a look at this of the mannequin? Oh, no problem, just take him right off. But oh, that thing jutting out there, yes. They sure are intricate with the mannequin designs these days, aren't they? How about I take them off for you? Then I'm quite used to looking at my husband's. It looks like it's stuck on something. I can't quite get it off. He's not like my husband. Whenever that's so rude. Never sees my face, he gets would you mind calming down a bit? Maybe just breaking off would be faster. Please endure it, Yamazaki. That didn't work at all. It seems. Could you hand me the hammer right over there? But I'm not sure if I want to buy them yet. No need to hold back now. We've got plenty of both mannequins and testicles after all. It's not about holding back. Her face. What I wanted to see was this cap. Oh, the cap was it? Alright. Mob cap. But now that I get a closer look, it's not quite that what I had in mind. Do you happen to have this in black? Oh, sorry, not in black. That's a pity. Then I'll just put this back on the neck then. I think that's the wrong shaft you're sticking that on. It's just that looks kind of messed up. Did they show that in the anime? I don't remember if they showed that in the It seems a little off, but I remember this happening, but I don't remember them doing was this not where it was? No, this went on here, didn't it? No, this wasn't here originally. Yes, I do believe this was how it was. Yamazaki, where is it? Yes, I was certainly recognized seeing this before. How the hell did they make you end up like this? Nice and crisp looking. No, that's the person that makes nice and crisp. This woman is dangerous. Even after 2 years, she still causes disasters wherever she goes. I'm interested in these sunglasses too. Would it be okay if I took this off? I'm done. I'm well done and crispy. And the wind is blowing the merchandise away. Here. What's that bastard thinking he's doing all on his own? You can bet I'm also. Thank goodness. Almost lost your precious merchandise. Yes, though it's not exactly in the best shape of now. Yeah, it's obvious that Otai knows it, that it's Gintoki and Hijikata. But yeah, I think she's just suspecting that Gintoki is still kinda shy. Still kinda shy approaching everyone. And he did say that he's still not finished with what he's trying to do. That's why he still can say that he has finally returned. Yes. So then she said how since it was just a couple of mannequins, she never remembered getting anyhow. That as thanks for my help, I could take them along with all of the merchandise on them if I wanted. But to be honest, I had no idea what use I would have for something like that. So after I thought about it, yes, okay, hold it right there. Put a little more spirit into your swings. Yes, ma'am. Okay. On to your next routine. So, what ended up happening with that? As you can I decided to use them as striking practice dummies. The mannequins they make these days are amazing, aren't they? Hitting them feels like just hitting a real person. How did it end up like this? For mannequins, we ended up as freaking sandbags. Just how freaking long are we gonna have to keep this charade up? Enough already. If you don't move, I can't move either. She's gotta have caught on to us a while ago by now. She's gotta be doing this to aggravate us, doesn't she? Anyhow, didn't this place used to be a broken down old swordsmanship? Yeah, who are these people? And what is ties up? A joke on the marketing for the Japanese weight loss program. Rizap. Der. Okay, everyone, that's all for today's training. Wait, this is just a bunch of fatties turning around on some potter's wheels. You all did amazing, everyone. I'm so impressed how, despite not having any results to show yet, you can still spin around with those triumphant looks on your faces. In order to get an ideal body, the first thing you need is the spirit not to lose yourself. As long as you have that strong heart, then you'll be okay. I'm certain that swordsmanship dojo ties up will get you all to lose weight. Swordsmanship exercise? Let's push ourselves again tomorrow. Okay, you may each take your Häagen-Dazs on your way out. Like hell, they lose weight. Like that. This woman's totally trying to keep them here till they but that's a genius strategy though. Sorry to keep you waiting. Tired. I'm utterly astonished at how strong-willed you are. Who but you would have thought to, in this era where the sword is dying, build a business targeting women combined with dieting? For women, at least, the one to protect the sword in this era may be someone like you. But I'm not gonna let you undo me. Though, are you sure? I thought Shinpachi-kun was the one who was going to inherit this dojo. Shinpachi-kun is still running the Yorozura, right? It's already been 2 years since all that happened. So is what Shinpachi intends to succeed not this dojo, but him. I wouldn't mind if that's the case, huh? If that's what Shin-chan really wants to do. But most likely that boy is... No, never mind. Right now, this is fine. Thank you for today. I'm really into what I'm doing now as well. I see, then maybe we can set up a joint practice with my dojo next time. That sounds interesting, but watch out. My pupils are quite tough. I'm looking forward to it. How is everyone doing over there? Same as always. Quite a lot happened to us over this past 2 years as well. But in the end, even if the outside world changes, we have no talent for anything but swinging swords. No, actually, if a time comes when we do fall to ruin along with our sword, it will be the dignity of the family that live alongside us. I think I'm going to have a formal marriage interview. What do you mean, Kyubey? In order to protect this sword, to protect the Yagyu style, the fastest way would have to be have children and pass on the techniques. Kyubey, you. There's no need to worry about me. I won't bring girls home anymore. In that war, I learned to have pride in being born of the Yagyu clan and of being born a woman. If there's someone that will live with me alongside with the sword, then I will gladly die with that person. I see. He wanted to see that person again. He really enjoyed swinging his sword around on such a big stage one last time. But the time he enjoyed himself the most was when he fought him. I don't remember him dying in the anime. I don't think they've shown that. Didn't he also die in the anime? Passed away? I don't remember they showed that. Huh. So I'm glad he didn't come back. If we weren't careful, I might have ended up putting an marriage interview with him. If something like that had happened, the Yagi clan would have fallen to ruin overnight. I suppose so, but still, that man may have wanted to see it too. You in a wedding dress, Q-chan. As well as how Edo looks now. Yes, maybe. I don't remember. I don't remember this part. Maybe it did happen in the anime. Let's get going then. We have an appointment to make the order for your marriage meeting Kimono today. Oh, that's right. Before that, we should clean up these mannequins. It's fine to just leave them there. No, you mustn't do that, Tai-chan. With that attitude, you'll never be a proper wife. Uga. What's wrong, Q-chan? Nothing. I just got a strange feeling just then. Well, I suppose the trash is cleared away now. That's true. What do you say we get going? She hasn't overcome her hatred of me at all, damn it. So, what was the cause? Food poisoning? He promised to stop scavenging for food and amassing trash. But he went missing 1 year ago, most likely. Oh! I remember. He's still alive. He's still correcting trash somewhere. Man, Gintama really likes trolling, I guess, the readers and the viewers. Man. I still fell for that again. This is just some trash I just picked up today. Well, it's certain. I think we'll see Madao here. It's certainly true that in terms of fashion sense, this mannequin is trash. If you put fashionable clothing on it, then give it a stylish logo. Silver blue soul. A reference to the third generation J Soul brothers. Oh, I guess I skipped the page. Ooh, both my son and grandchild have grown up to be such fine people. There is no longer anything needed for me to do, I'd say. So now I'm living a quiet life, doing what I like, free from worldly care. I figured I'd do what I've always wanted to do but never could. What you've always wanted to do is rummage through the trash, causing complaints to be raised all over the neighborhood. Everyone says that. Though what you call trash, I have never once have considered trash. It is still usable, and this is still edible as well. People these days, when did they get this extravagant? What you've always wanted to do is send up a wake-up call to modern people that let things go to waste. I didn't mean to say anything so grandiose, but look at this, director's son. This is some trash I've just picked up today. While it's certainly true that in terms of fashion sense, this mannequin is trash. If you put fashionable clothing on it, then Silver Soul Brother, and give it a stylish logo, it makes for a perfectly good cockroach swatter. Did you really need a third generation thing? I did. Second generation or fourth generation wouldn't work. It has to be third generation. Look, there's garbage over there too. I wrote this on it. You YouTuber. Is the YouTuber part necessary? And so it becomes a quick replacement for a fly swatter. I don't think it's necessary either, actually. By doing things like this, even things that were once thrown away as trash, when used in different combinations, can be found to have new uses and find new value. I want everyone to have that sort of different point of view. Take this, for example. Honestly, how many of these mannequins are out there? Takasugi, how do you think this can be given a new purpose? Let's write director on it and make it a sandbag for practicing tackles on. Well, you're on the right track. The correct answer is Domoto Tsuyoshi. Oh, he's an idol and TV personality. Is what we write in, and then it works. Dogo eh. What, the trash pile is collapsing. Oh, so it's okay to call trash now. What is this? The pieces of trash have combined to these pieces of garbage look even to us reporters that they were alive. Perhaps it's just as the old man said, they do still have a purpose. Handwritten text is lyrics of a pop song from Atari Kosuke. Gas. Disposing of garbage, non-fiction demand that leaves with trash. The end. Living is samsara as garbage. Oh, I don't remember this. Escape. Finally, we made it out of the mannequin with. Oh. Takasugi, I guess you're not totally useless after all. But man, I sure didn't expect you to become a mannequin too. Is that the kind of thing you've been doing to get around the back of all this time? I'm pretty impressed you can do that and still keep up that self-satisfied face and say you're gonna destroy the world or whatever. Hey, say something, Takasu. Hey, Takasugi, since when have you? I see, so that's why you want to destroy the world. That's clearly the wrong guy. Wait, hold on. How could you maybe say your signature phrase real quick? I simply destroy this rotten world. Come on, louder and more clearly. I simply destroy this rotten world. Louder and in your own words. It says the same line here. Woshishi dao fo shege fulan this way. Okay, I get it. Takasugi, you've been taking a foreign language study at that place near the train station na. No, it's a different guy. I was just doing my job and I was threatened by a man with one eye. He traded outfits with me and told me to destroy them. I see, so that mannequin was already someone else. So he laid out some bait so he could slip away unnoticed. Pumofu. Well, I guess that would have been a bit dumber. I guess it's not. It kind of looks like the Fumofu mascot. That would have been a bit dumb for Takasugi. Then where's the real Takasugi? He's probably doing my job in my place. Mom, can I have that? Can I have one of that bear's balloons? He's using a dumb tactic anyhow. I see, a cartoon character costume, huh? I guess that's one idea. Okay, well, don't need to destroy the world anymore. Just leave that twig and go. Okay, for the time being, I'll disguise myself with this. He may be a terrorist, but he'll stand out less than pervert mask. That's better than just letting it get out that I'm in Edo. No matter how many wanted posters his face is on all over the country. I'm sure that's just sticking a wig on my head wall. Hold on. He takes one step as Nisesugi Shinsuke. And this happens? Nise means fake or false. Just how hated is that? Maybe you should grab a cartoon character costume too. Just try and take a step from where you're standing. Takasugi Shinsuke. Oh, Shacha. You'll end up with more holes in you than a bee's nest. If you come quietly, then perhaps I'll spare your life, because you are not my true goal. Young lady, I think you've mistaken me for someone else. Takasugi isn't that the wanted criminal with one eye. Please look closely. As you can see, I have two. Sorry, but I have no interest in what number of eyes you have. If you're going to try to buy time with absurd excuses, I'll destroy both of your eyes. Go, I see. I'm quite impressed that you could spot this fake eye from that distance. Indeed, I am the world-destroying and familiar Seko Kawata. Takasugi, who are you? Cool, a close-up, eyes open wide. That's what you're going with? You're sticking with the Nisesugi thing? I already knew the moment you had entered Edo that you and him were traveling together. Where is Sakata Gintoki? Is that a joke? Me with him? That man has long since abandoned Edo. He won't be coming back. After all, he never had any roots to begin with. You still not understand what I'm saying. Playing dumb will get you nowhere. Look at my eye. Does this look like the face of someone playing dumb? Wow. It sure doesn't look like the face of somebody not playing dumb. Also, you sure are using that Kwa sound effect a lot, Nisesugi. I'm the same way. I have no time for jokes for quarreling, and I do not tell lies. And Indian people don't tell lies either. Is that really the place for Kwa thing? I think you're relying on the Kwas a little too much, Nisesugi. Indian people don't lie is the catchphrase of the Indian chef and TV personality GM Nair. So is it alright if I get going now? I've got a lot of world crushing to do. World crushing or world quashing? World quashing. Excuse me, is there a bathroom nearby? Where'd this guy come from? Maybe it's not the world, just that guy's bladder that you're gonna quash Nisesugi. Wait right there. How persistent you are. Forget about him. Waiting now is meaningless. I see. In that case, I forgot how to neutralize the toxin spreading through your veins right now. If you leave like that, you'll be destroyed before you can destroy the world. And the human waste will leak from your every orifice. Now that was a Koa. That's the proper way of using the Koa sound effect. Hey, now that you mention it, I think I saw a white-haired guy right over there. That was his most true blue Koa. Lead me to him. I'll follow the trail of the human waste you leave behind, like in Hansel and Gretel. But that's nothing compared to her real Koas. Until I meet with Sakata Gintoki, I will not give you this antidote. So you had best stop struggling. Heh, you're quite the lady to need an escort, but can you tame this dark beast? Did you remember to bring a plastic? Again. Yes, it's only good etiquette to clean up after a pet that's gotten the ground dirty. Is he a chihuahua? Just like some kind of dark chihuahua? He can't even walk. He's seriously on all four. What are you trying to do, Chihuahua? I believe I saw him in this convenience store. What does Chihuahua mean? How much of a Chihuahua can you be? I don't see him. I think this is where we see Tsukuyo. I think I'll try checking the bathroom. No way is he occupied. Sorry. I think it might not have been this convenience store. Maybe that one. Occupied. Oh, I think this were the ninja that was with Zenzo. Occupied. Sorry, but I've had all of your escape paths destroyed. What did you put Shinobi in all of the bathrooms in Edo? How were you able to do that? He wasn't the only one who up and disappeared without saying anything. Oh yeah, I remember now. Where are you going? Wasn't your duty to protect the princess that inherited the shogun's will? Now that peace has come, I'm the most dangerous person to the princess out there. In a world where all the enemies have disappeared, choosing enemies from among your allies and starting strife is the natural course for human. If I stick around, little skirmishes will never stop happening. I'm not sure interested in killing people, the people I fought back then. Most of all, even if I disappear, you're still here, right, Sarutobi? I'm sure even in a peaceful world, you'll do great guiding the blade. That is the only Banshu Shinobi. What's with that flattering tone? All you're trying to do is pushing your responsibilities onto someone else. Yeah, maybe. Hey Zenzo, is wait for me the only thing you men can say? Sarutobi, do you think you're the type who'll just sit quietly when they're told to wait for someone? That's the point. So I would like all of you to lend me your strength. I may not be as strong as Zenzo, but we all work together. I'm sure we can accomplish our goals. So, in the name of Ninja Master Sarutobi Ayame, I order you to fight Sakata Gintoki and get him to murder. I never realized that her name is Ayame. Sarutobi Ayame. I guess the Sachan is a Sarutobi. I guess the Sarutobi maybe is a reference from the Hokage, third Hokage. She's just using the ninjas like their private army. I can now move all of the ninja in Edo like they were my own arms and legs, and every one of those ninjas are acting to find Sakata Gintoki. I don't know what it is you're scheming, but I will not hand Sakata Gintoki over to you. That man's home is right here, and if he won't come back on his own, we'll take him by force. He never even asked me to wait for him anyhow. Heh, I understand. I've met my match. Do you really want to see him that badly? That calm face, then. I'll just let you know. Has he given up? I saw him in the underwear section of that shop. Wait, no, don't tell me. Is he trying to get a change of underwear? Then he let it all out. Is that the sign of designation? Come on now. Now that's a weird way to his sash is lower. Is he trying to keep something from coming out from that? Pion. Is that the poison? Such things do not work on Takasugi. I consciously expelled all of it to my anus. She's just confessing to it. But it's kind of crazy. I guess this is just Sorachi's way of trying to make fun of Takasugi's cool demeanor. I guess it's not Takasugi, but still, I guess it's Takasugi's image. I don't see him anywhere. You're trying to fool me again. Hey, pig, bitch. That voice. That was Ginsan. Is he over there? Gintoki. Hey, you can keep the change. Please take this and get some underwear and a full set of clothes. Why are you moving so slow? Isn't this your big chance? He really did it all down. Forget change. All you can buy with that is a diaper. Where did he get off to? The chain hooked on a mannequin, There, I found... Oh, yeah, I remember that. Man. The destiny. He's back to where he started, huh? What are you doing at a place like this, Tsuki? Oh man, look at her, she's so cute. I was just accompanying Cube to buy some things. What's with that weird chain? Tai-chan, why do I have to take my underwear off too? Tsuku, well, the kimono is normally worn without any underneath. But I think a wedding interview with no underwear would be a bit. Tsuku, you don't know. I can't find my underwear. Have you? Oh no. Yeah. And 686. Where has Ginsan perverted mask gone? Damn, I've totally lost him. I know they brought him this way. Yeah, meet me here on the double. I'll give you the exact location later. Did being stationed in the country throw off my tailing intuitions? Still, this place Yoshiwara is so... Sir, are you looking for something? Maybe while you're looking out for cute girls, I could introduce you to Quality Shop. I'm looking for a woman with an eye patch, a woman with a scar on her face, a pervert kunoichi, and a female gorilla. Can't help you there, sir. Yoshiwara Guide. They're all unruly women that no ordinary man can handle. They'll rip you off for all you've got, including ripping out all your assets. That sure sounds terrifying. Speaking of which, given how terrifying the city is, and you're working in it, how old are you, kid? What? I ain't no kid. Anyhow, Yoshiwara ain't that unseemly a town. Also, you might wanna be showing off a notebook like that around here. How uncouth can you get? I bet the ladies don't think you're... What's all that noise you're making right in the middle of foot traffic? Honestly, you're the one so uncouth that that'll bring this town's reputation down. Seita. Hey, that hurt, mom. The Shangri-La is Yoshiwara. Once an underground city that was covered up by the country, is now officially recognized by the government as a tourist city. 2 years ago, Yoshiwara was a place that sheltered those that could not fight to shield them from the flames of war. I suppose you could call this our reward. Ironic, isn't it? That ceiling that obstructed the light of the sun is what guided this town out to where the sun shines. But whether we're in the sunshine or in the dark of night, the positions of men and women don't change all that easy. Oh, yeah, she's so cool. And what we gonna do ain't change either. Even in the sunshine, Siaka's still an ally to women. So that's our current outlook. So now even Hinawa, the person that was once the face of the town, has retired to live the relaxed, dignified life. The one keeping all the order in Yoshiwara now is her. The Shinigami Tayu, as well as the heavenly Tayu Tsukuyo. The woman that once protected the town of the night is now rampaging under the light of the sun. With that scar before you, no one can be careless with women. Guess they'll be brought to a world where there is no afternoon or night. Even for villains, there are things that are okay to do and things that are not okay to do. An enemy. A woman is an enemy, Yoshiwara. Eliminating such people is our mission. You must be relieved they're getting revenge for your panties after. Those were your panties? I thought he had a loincloth or something so it's the classic panties, huh? But you should be proud. There are no stains on or anything on them. It's clear that you're making sure to change your panties every day then. But there seems to be some hair stuck to it, isn't there? But there's a red something there. Those are the guy's hair spilling out. That's from when we beat him up. How Man, so I miss Gintama. Are you gonna keep this? And he's still wearing it. And they didn't even remove that. Anyhow, give them back. Not the dog. And the thing is, he also soiled himself. He's really taken a so what antigen. His name is Takasugi, yes. If I recall correctly, he used to have a final boss sort of feel to him when he first appeared, didn't he? It really is a surprise. I do wonder what happened. Maybe his sense of direction got thrown off somewhere along the line. That must have been when he put the panties on his head. No matter how much of a villain you are, there are things that are okay to do and things that are not okay to do. If you stick panties on your head, you lose your status as the final boss. No, maybe he put the panties on his head because he lost his status as final boss. Though it's difficult to say what we do here. That man surely came here to Edo with Ginsan, but he won't seem to open his mouth. Maybe while we were chastising him, we can get him to cough up where Ginsan is. Ginsan is in Edo, really? Then why won't he show himself to us? I don't know, but he didn't say anything when he left either. After all, he may have some kind of reason. He's right there with the panties on his head on. Looks like we've been finally been cornered, Mrs. Sugi. It may be time to pay the piper. Listen up, women. No matter how you may try. I love that he can do the Takasugi menacing face. With the looking like this. No matter how you may try to embarrass you, you're just wasting your time. You've just been doing all the embarrassing things on your own. That is because I am a being who at once Takasugi and not Takasugi. So no matter how you humiliate Takasugi Shinsuke, I will not feel a twinge of hey, hold on. It's the same thing. I wasn't finished. Hey, that hurts, damn it. Oh, so it does hurt. No, like that. I mean, in like a spiritual way. We don't quite sure understand what you're saying. I think it's because you keep spouting those all-out Nosper edgelord lines that you got replaced as the final boss. Now that's going too far. Don't insult Takasugi like that. You're the one that should be apologizing. Fine then, do it. I'll take whatever torture you can dish out. Go ahead, just try to twist my arm with whatever violent act you've got. But if you do that, you'll be turning yourselves into more of an aberration than I am. You'll be disgraces lower than a terrorist wearing a diaper with panties on his head. You'll be scum, you bunch of idiots. What's wrong? Don't tell me you strung me up here, not even prepared to do that. Sorry, but Yoshiwara is not a place for torture. This is a red light district. We show men hospitality here. We don't make him suffer. You're lying though. Through your teeth, you're seriously using water torture. That's not water. Lotion. Oh, I remembered. Welcome. Well, women of Yoshiwara, the guest of honor is coming through. I remember this one. Use all your well-honed wiles to give him a proper welcome. Hey, hold on. What is this? Oh, what's at the good man? Hey, grannies, what are you looking at? Stop it. That's creepy. Hey, that's Atsuki. What are you doing over there? This is how we do things in Yoshiwara now. When men whose lust brings them to do bad things, we drown them in the women enough so that they don't want to ever look at a woman again. Atsuki, are those welcome back, master. And what awaits them at the end of that sea of lust is he's back. What was it that made boobs sexy again? Why are the two of them? He's enlightened. He's been released of inside. He's beginning to reach enlightened. What is this crap of cloth doing here? Get it off. How could you? QB. Hey, did you get some of those wicked thoughts purged? So then, give me an honest answer. Is it true that you were traveling with Kentucky? As I am now, both that and boobs are futile things not even worth constructing a sentence for. Speaking of constructing, why are boobs always constructed in pairs? I think that enlightenment caused him to lose interest in everything, like all this stuff with boobs. I don't think he quite got to nirvana. Maybe we should send him through one more time and he'll forget about boobs altogether. Sure, send him around again one time for each so so he reached nirvana but he's still carrying. Okay. Poor Ginta. Poor Gintaki. I guess you went through I guess if you went through hell 3 times, you'd be with the reform. Please calm down. Please don't call that hell, Sarutobi. Looks like he's back from his pilgrimage. Please don't call it a pilgrimage. God, I am none. I am empty. I have no interest. I seems to be talking without using speech bubbles. I think we kinda really overdid it. Maybe the boobs for it really was too much. We really should have left him at one. It looks like he's stuck on boob. Hey, where's Kentucky? Last room was empty. I am none empty. This ain't good. We ain't got nothing to latch onto. Yeah, this is his brain's totally full of a boob. Suppose there's no choice. Let's stimulate him with worldly desires and get him a little back to normal. It's okay. Go stand in the old lady's place and let him touch. How'd you get that? I can't do it. I'm not married to him yet. Also, I think Kyubei-san getting touched by a man at all is out of the question. I think Gintoki would have liked that though. Sarutobi-san. Man, the unintentional burn. Sarutobi-san, why didn't you consider me in your calculations? Hey, you. A minute ago, you couldn't remember if there were two boobs or not. Was that serum? Tai has. She's gonna kill you. Tai has non-breast 0. Okay, now I'm mad. It looks like I have to take care of this. Wait, Tai-chan. Don't stop me. I have my pride as a woman. Not that. I just wanted to say I'm ready on standby if you need me. How can we just have him grope you like that? Kyubei-san, you may be having a marriage interview, but you really haven't changed at all, have you? But we can't let a pervert like that get his crabby paws on Tai-chan. Alright, you got a point. This is my job. Tsukuya-san, why is there a need to go so far? Best tayo. Who the hell's best tayo? Is that right? I understand. You are free to do as you wish, but you really are quite an idiot, little miss. Ever since I sent you into that war, it seemed to me that the Shinigami Taiyo was already dead. I really wish you followed after him. Hinawa, now that Yoshiwara's under the light, before long all traces itself form of self are gonna be gone, and it'll end up just like a regular town. No, it's just that it's not just Yoshiwara. Now that we're meeting this new era, the country and the people are all taking a different form than they had before. That might be cause for rejoicing. It might be totally necessary, but it makes me feel a bit lonely. And living my life seeing things I'm familiar with changing, going far away. And seeing ones we were supposed to walk together with the future. Moving on alone is just... But that's why I gotta see this through. Because the things that are ending and the things that are being born, I've gotta use as a stepping stones to move forward to the towards the future. And someday when that guy gets back, I wanna tell him that. Then I think he'll walk with everyone on the same path to the future again. So tell me, where did he go? What's he seeing now? Is it the past? Man, that's a good line coming from Tsukuyo. Yeah, and I love that it's the one that made Gintoki realize I have no need for rest. He voluntarily went for another. Maybe we got through him. Like maybe he went to firm his resolve to tell us everything. He's back. The hell kind of way you're reaching Nirvana is that? Are you trying to open your mind to Nirvana or like open like a KFC restaurant? Maybe you ought to toss you into a pressure cooker and get you brown and crispy. Hey, hang on. I feel like I've seen this kernel somewhere before. You incompetent half-wit. I told you to keep watch. Where the hell did he go? Huh? You. Hijigata-san, I'm sorry. I was pretending to be an inanimate object and was keeping watch over there. But then I ended up really inanimate and was used as a substitute. He got away. Man, that was close. A little more and I would have reached Nirvana and spilled all the beans. Go. After those old grannies sucked out. Man, did he really say that? My body won't do what I tell it to the. But still, that man may have wanted to see too. You in a wedding dress, Q-chan. I will not hand Sakatagin to whoever to. That man's home is right here. Then I think he'll walk with everyone the same path to the future again. What the hell, shit? What the hell am I doing? Oh, this part. Ah. Oh man, this part. I remember this part. I wonder what will they do here, because in the anime they cut. I guess they cut it off. Thank you very much. If anything else happens, is it okay if we consult with you? Yes, if you're okay with me. Okay, see you later. Ah, Ayan. Man, I still love this scene, man. So, what, pray tell, were you doing at a place like this, Hijikata-san? Are you trying to find Ginsan's whereabouts too? No, I'll bet you already know something. Would you mind just telling us? I'll take all the mayonnaise you can dish out. But let me warn you, if you continue with this messed up little play investigation of yours, I'm arresting every one of you. Real investigations are pretty nasty business. I doubt any of you could handle one. Ain't that right, Yamazaki? And why are you in the lineup with the heroines, you crispy old man? Hey, cool it down. Man, these girls are ruthless. You're wasting your time. We're pros at investigations. Getting people to talk. To talk is my specialty, but I'm plenty good at being on the other side of things too. So no matter how you try to torture me, you can bet your ass my lips are gonna stay sealed. What was it about mayonnaise that was tasty again? Huh? Where the Yorozia is? What are you talking about? He was right in front of you a minute ago. Aw, we need to tell him. We need to tell Shinchan. Shinpachi-kun is still running the Yorozuya, right? So is he what intends to succeed not this dojo but him? I wouldn't mind if that's the case. Man. If that's what Shinchan really wants to do, but most likely Shinchan is. Oh man, look at them. Oh sheesh. Man, he really wants to go back so badly. But yeah, he can't do it yet. Oh man. Yeah, because of the Naraku. Naraku at a time like this. I can't let him get roped in. I think this is where they cut off in the anime. I guess the reason is that they really don't have any more more airtime left. That's why they needed to cut it off right at that moment. I can't let Narako time. I can't let him get roped into my. Wait, did Shinpachi hold up right there? I don't know what the circumstances are here, but one against a full bunch isn't a great look. But on top of that, man, look, he's so good. Targeting something so dangerous in the middle of town is something I just can't sleep. If you won't withdraw, I'll have to take that from his side. Are you okay with that? I don't need your help. Fake voice. Get lost. I see. Well, that's quite reassuring. No one can say something like that in a situation like this. Can be a bad person. Then I have no reservations about joining in. Darn. Do people these days not know if the difference between meddling and disrupting? I'm fine with disrupting as long as things quiet down. And also, butting our noses into others people's business to get work is how we at the Yorozia have done things since its founder. I guess I'm getting my just desserts. Also, this guy. Oh man, has he gotten taller? Say, have we met before? I know this might be a little strange, but I feel like this isn't the first time you've had my back. Your loincloth, man. Yeah, I remember. So reference to the 90s, 80s, 90s mangas, Kyokare Karaore. Wow. Maybe I picked the wrong side to join. You only just realize that now. Wah. What you're doing? Now the enemy will go after me. No. Not him. Your target is the one with the glasses. Are they not Narako? Yo, I finally caught ya. Mr. Fake. I forgot about him. What's his name? The manga. You thieving little mongrel. Taking the Yorozia name and besmirching Aniki's title like that. Shachi. Oh yeah, I think he's the representation of Sarachi. He's called Shachi. Sakata Gintoki's #1 underling will take the place of the heavens to bring down the punishment. I'm sorry. Sorry for taking place of the heavens. I've never imagined you were succeeding Aniki. Ah no, that's also wrong. I was sure you were just thieving bastard the trip off the Yorozia name without permission. If I'm the one you were after, now that yeah, I get a good look. These are bamboo swords, aren't they? Then it looks like Lone Cloth Mask is the one that helped me. Hey, ain't you Shachi of Ten Macho Prison? How'd you know? Why's a guy who should be in a lock-up doing here? Did you break out? Shachi, the scoundrel that might do something like that, is gone. When I met that guy, while I was locked up, I changed. That guy taught me that even a guy like me could have a dream. I felt like even while being locked up, that dream was still within reach. And me and Aniki set off on the journey together. But that was when the war 2 years ago happened. The flames of war that destroyed stuff all over the Edo reached our prison too. Hey, somebody's opened this thing. This ain't good. The guards just up and abandoned the prison. If we don't find a way out, we're gonna get burnt to crisp. Aniki, Sachi, Aniki. What the hell should we? Shut up. Now ain't the time for that. God damn it. Just a little more time. Just a little more. Or is this gonna happen now? Oh no. I just don't have any screen tones left for this. The tones I've got left are too dark. I'd be making my hearing into a bitch with number 6. I need tone number 6. Aniki, forget the nipples. We're gonna end up burnt black. What happened to the cell? Oh. Only humans can judge humans. The one to judge you will not be those flames of war. So if you're going to run, do it now. A Simon. Is this a Simon? Yeah, I think it's a Simon. You should use your lives to atone for your crimes. And when this goal that has judged you is back to normal, you must come back. If you do not honor this promise, if you commit further crimes on the outside, then it will not be humans or flames that judge you. It will be the Shinigami, that will pass judgment on you. Shinigami? Oh yeah, I remember. She also look different now. You're saying Shinigami version. Say that Shinigami didn't happen to have a skull mask, did it? And was maybe a girl. I don't know, but when that Shinigami saved us and the prisoners were shoving each other to get out, I thought, is it okay for me to run? Right now, there are people out there fighting under the sky to protect Edo. I'm sure Aniki's fighting out there fighting too. But here I am, always just running, just living. Is that really making up for what I did wrong? So I ran. There's a battle that only I can fight. I'm fighting to alongside Aniki and his comrades, and before I knew it, the Shinigami was running right after me. Oh, I remember this. Shachi-san, the guy with the jagged shoulder sleeves. So the one with the black cape in the panel before that is the Shinigami. So then they did come running to where we were, but I didn't see either of them. Where on earth were they fighting? Yes, my battle is number 6. I'm I'm going to scrunch up every lesson. Wait, he was just going to buy screen tons for his neighbors. That's scene with you in it was running to buy screen tons while everybody was off fighting. So he never would have shown up no matter how long the fighting was on. Oh, look at her. It seems I may have released quite a monster, but I will not let you do as you please. I told you, didn't I? 2 years ago. But if you commit further crimes, if you break our deal, then the Shinigami would pass judgment on you. I finally found you, Shachi. Ay, Ikeda. Yaemon. Oh, I guess Simon was... Was that Simon? I guess the former Shinigami. Will not let him view her away with an impossible. Oh, and look at her, she's so cute. What the hell have the two of you been doing for the past 3 years? I think I might have to end it here and continue on the next stream. Yeah, I think my throat is struggling again, even with the while drinking water. But yeah, it's been a great read again, and man, it's still as good as I remember it. Like just like that meme, that it's as beautiful as I remember. But yeah, I think even better. Because I guess here we had no cut, and like compared to the anime, I was able to, I guess, to take in the emotion, that moment with Kentucky, where he's definitely felt proud. He's definitely struggling to just say, "Oh, hey Shinpachi, it's me, Ginsan." But he's still worried. He still knows that he doesn't want them to get involved with it again. But yeah, I guess it's like him also being proud of Shinpachi, him noticing his height. It's like a parent in some way. So yeah, man, it's I guess looking back, reading this, I guess seeing this all over again in manga form, is it still gets me emotional. And man, when Tsukuyo looks, she looks as cute as I remember her from the anime. And yeah, I love that she delivered that line that I guess made Gintoki realize that what is he doing? That he's kind of wasting his time, that he needs to finish this thing early so that he could finally get back to his home, to everyone. And yeah, but yeah, I guess even everyone. So yeah, I'm really excited to see. I think what I'm really looking forward to, I guess, in this arc is, I guess, how it ends again. I guess the moment with Takasugi and Gintoki, that final moment, I kind of want to see it. I guess even the fights, I want to see how it's, how the panel will be with the fight, because there was a lot of amazing fight scenes in the movie, in the final movie. And that final moment with Takasugi, that was such a poetic moment. And yeah, I wonder how, I guess maybe what else will be added to that. Maybe I hope that there will be more, because I guess that's one of the things that, especially with the movie, there's a lot of things that they would need to cut off, more than with an anime. So yeah, I hope to see more things that are not that I haven't seen before. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed my read through. And let me know what you think about it in the comments, and maybe things you think I missed, or some details, or maybe some references, or maybe things that was not included in the anime that was shown in these chapters. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the read through. Leave a like and subscribe if this is your first time here, or so that you'll be updated when I do my next live stream manga read through. I also do One Punch Man manga read through, and Vinland Saga and Berserk. So yeah, in case you're also interested in seeing that, I also do other anime reaction videos from time to time. But now I'm mostly focusing on just doing manga reading live streams. So yeah, and also if you want to support the channel, you could do super chats, super thanks, or you could also join my memberships for additional uh, live streams and additional reactions. So thanks for watching, and see you in my next video. Have a great day, good night, or good day.